anything.
Speaking of giving it a shot, let's give the final segment a shot to not suck. Hey, you. Let's play some D&D. So, you're at the docks.
I have to?
Yes. You're contractually obliged to be on this part of the show. So,
Contractually, are we getting paid?
no, Scott
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
He's
Wait,
the
Scott
talent.
is?
He's the one that matters. So, you're at the docks. You're standing, basically blocking this path in the docks. And this woman walks up to you. She's a human woman with red hair, red clothing, black cloak, carrying basically luggage, right? Basically a suitcase.
Excuse me, madam. Are you Layla?
Yes, I am Layla. Why?
We have been asked to find you.
You say that, she immediately fucking bolts. She just
I
like
figured
drops the she drops the bag, then picks the bag back up because she kind of didn't mean to drop the bag, and just sort of like runs.
What
How
direction is she running? Just out of
Just,
away. From
actually
the ship?
up the docks, not away from the ship, but like up the docks. She's not running like further into the city.
Okay, I will. I sort of expected that, so I'm going to immediately bolt after her.
I'm actually just gonna cast Fog Cloud in front of her because that's going to slow her the f down because you're blinded inside of a fog cloud.
Yes.
And it's
Okay.
gonna like
That's absolutely fine. You do that. You hear people on the docks like, "What's going on? What's this? What's the?" But a lot more in Elvish. But then it's a very public sort of trading dock. There's a lot of talk every which way of every which language. You do that, and you don't see her come out the other side.
I know that Caitlin went running in after her. I don't know
Yeah.
if Gilwin did as well.
Oh, you went running in after her. All right, you two give
Well,
me.
I would,
Arvine, Caitlin, give me a perception check. You're blinded in there, but you know you're both fumbling in the blindness. You bump into her, and you bump, and you sort of tap, and the bag is on the floor. You can kind of see it through the fog, and she's picking something out of it, and then fire lights along this basically club, this kind of like almost like a walking stick. Fire alights around it. She just takes a swing at you. So let me do a roll real quick.
Why is my armor class down? 12. My armor
That's
class-
okay. If she's blinded, she has to roll with disadvantage.
Caitlin's also blinded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't negate the blindedness.
It cancels it out.
That's
Because
foolish.
you're attacking a target who's also blinded, so they can't defend themselves.
That's foolish.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Is there a
My
percentage?
AC
Is there a percentage that you just attack the wrong square?
No. The advantage is attacking people inside it, or people trying to attack out of it. I know, it's a little dumb.
That's like really poor rules.
Yeah,
On 5e
I remember
is
Aaron
fine.
was talking about it, right?
No, I know that. Yeah. But I'm just like I don't think I put two and two together for that one because that's just like really bad rules. Like two blinded people have just as good of a chance of hitting.
I know.
as
It's
not
a little
blinded.
weird, right? It's one of those ones that I could totally understand not using it.
oh well.
She swings at you, and it clashes against the breastplate. It makes one hell of a noise. The fire goes out on it. The fire doesn't touch you, doesn't lick you after what you experienced in the Crimson Mountain. That Peasley flame doesn't scare you, right? She attacks you with it, and then you just hear her mutter, just like, "Oh shit," and just rush. Like, and then she does rush out the other side of the fog cloud, and you two can see her. And with the way she's rushing, you actually see that a little further up the docks, guards who are just sort of patrolling, like, start getting their gear out, like, what's going on? Like start going to intercept.
Do I not have time to, like, cast something?
You absolutely do.
I will try and cast Charm Person.
Oh God!
What's the range on Charm
Why?
Why not?
What's the range on Charm Person? Go ahead and throw that spell card up.
It's a wisdom save.
I know it's a wisdom save. I want to know the range. Alright, that's reasonable that you could run up and then do that. Let me give her an old wisdom save.
Forgive me, Caitlin.
No, I'm not sure that's the best way of going about it, but if Gil would do it, Gil would do it.
You try to
That's
do this, I imagine you
Shit.
sort of sing, and she does stumble for a bit. And it's more like that catches off guard and she stumbles, but she kind of like looks. And then you see just complete confusion wash over her face. It's like, you're a spellcaster, and then like she's like punched in the back of the in the back by one of these guards, and kind of like lifts her up, and she's like, It's like, and they immediately look to you guys because you're clearly the other side of this. Like, what happened? What did this woman do?
We merely asked to speak with her, and she bolted and attacked me in the process. I do not know, to be quite honest, why she would do such a thing.
Clearly a thief of some kind. Don't worry, we'll take her in for questioning.
No, please. We were asked to take her to the house we are working for. If you would let us handle
What
this,
house do you work for?
House Aghast.
Give me a persuasion roll, Mrs. Halen.
You're married?
Apparently.
She kind of like, he kind of like, okay, but take this off the streets. He kind of not, she doesn't throw her, but he just kind of like drops her. He actually lifted her off the feet. He kind of drops her, and you kind of tell like his partner's like, why are you being like such an asshole? But just drops her, and she's like, and she drops this walking stick, and she reaches for it and kind of clutches it to her chest, and like readjusts her clothes as she doesn't stand up. She just kind of readjusts her clothes and sort of stays kneeling.
Madam Layla, would as I just informed the guard, would you mind accompanying us to House Aghast?
The guards.
No, I was saying, as I just said to the guards, would you mind? I'm speaking to
Oh, House Aghast. Who sent you?
Well, his name is Sir Valrorian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Can I pick up my things?
Yes, of course. Just
Yeah, she kind
I
of
hope
like,
you don't mind if
you
I
keep
keep close to
talking,
you, yeah.
and she just like picks up her luggage and pushes things back in and starts going, and the merchant's like, well, what about the money that you're going to travel on the ship? And he's like, seems like there's been a change of plans.
Can I just quickly insight whether or not she has any further plans to run?
Yes, absolutely you can.
She's an
When you
elf.
said Aghast, she's human. She's particularly Jarvan human, which is the same kind as you. You know, maybe Goldport, Northenden, you don't know, but that part of the world. So same as you two. She seemed to recognize House Aghast, maybe even more that you said Valrorian. Maybe that seemed to be when the fight came out of her.
So she doesn't seem inclined to run again.
No.
I would keep a close eye and sort of stay next to her while we're moving, just in case I have to make a grab for her. But otherwise, I wouldn't try and restrict her.
Great. Okay, so you start going back to the city. Do you talk to her while you're taking her, or do you just walk?
If they don't, I will.
Okay, sure.
I was waiting to see if they do first, because
Yeah, I just want to say, the next time you try and attack her, don't use fire. This woman kissed the flame, and then I wink at him.
I would laugh. Oh, so that's what you meant by the song, Doctor. Good, Sir Gil.
I like that. She kind of doesn't say anything. She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit.
Listen. Why did you run? Why?
Yes, I apologise if I frightened you, Madam Layla.
You didn't
I
frighten
did not
me.
wish to say.
I wasn't scared. I was just trying to survive. I thought you were witch hunters.
Witch hunters?
A couple of
Witch
humans.
hunters?
You started throwing
Listen.
spells around, and I definitely second guessed that. So.
Okay, I have meta knowledge of this. Can I make a history
Yes.
roll it to know whether
yes.
or not I know
And
what
if
this
you
is
don't
about?
know this, Caitlin, Gilwyn actually does know about the witch hunters.
Oh, Gilwyn outright knows it. Okay.
In Goldport, in the last year, there have been witch hunts. Yay! Lots of murder. In particular, they're called the Weave Seal Mandation, the actual organisation that does the witch hunts. But they are ever since the council took over, there's been public witch hunts, and they are very brutal, very brutal. So her saying that is completely reasonable, right? That's like you two both as purveyors of magic. Even though you know they don't consider holy magic inherent, actually whether they would consider your magic right now, Caitlin, as holy is actually questionable. But yeah,
because it's tainted by elves.
Yeah, weirdly enough. But yeah, you actually know that's a thing, and you maybe feel like a pang of sorrowness. Sorrowness?
Yeah, I definitely do.
But you definitely like understand what she's talking about when she says that.
How old does she look?
30s or so.
Okay.
Actually, give me a perception roll. Like, sure, you can tell how old she is. That's perfectly reasonable. Don't worry about it.
She's 97.
So
Definitely.
you thought that we were witch hunters. Well, I inform you that is very, very, very far from the truth. I would be hunted myself if that were the case. So you are safe, at least from witch hunters among us. However, you are going to an elf, so.
I know Valrorian. He means me no harm.
To my
Good for
knowledge,
you.
Witch hunters never spread out. Have not spread out of Goldport anyway. Last I heard. So,
Yeah, but when you're there, it feels like they're about to. So.
of course, it must be unpleasant.
It is. Yeah, that's She kind of like mumbles to herself, like as if she's gonna say something important, but she never quite really does. And it's while you're walking through these streets, while you're leaving the dock district, and I imagine you're not going at the best speed because you're all kind of like burst of adrenaline, and then kind of like, oh, nothing was really happening. You're walking, and you're walking past quite a nice fountain when you hear something. You hear a boom.
Boom, shake, shake, shake the room.
What, in the distance or nearby?
Very nearby. This is where there's a dramatic pause while I do an tiny thing, right?
This is where a loading bar pops up.
Please hold.
Please hold. DM doing shit.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. I was doing that during the Rabid stream. That amused me greatly.
I don't know if it'll make any difference, but when I hear that, I would immediately sort of move to cover her and sort of start putting my shield
Yeah,
on.
it don't make no difference.
Doesn't make no difference,
I'll
okay.
cast a spell, but it doesn't.
Yeah, like this is not. You're acting. This is something is happening to you, and I'm just being slow about typing in the various gubs.
I imagine, yeah.
There is a loud
Go there.
boom, and Thorak, you feel a sort of pellet of metal whiz past you, and a sway of heat as you're entering this courtyard with Layla
Another boom.
in tow. You see a collection of dwarves, and that one woman, Thorak, Balthilda, the one who was basically bodyguarding the secrets of Flame Churl. She is a tough-looking dwarven woman, and she means business. So, unless you want to immediately talk,
another one's face.
unless you want to immediately talk, I would roll initiative. Here, lads. You know how it is.
She's already fired at us.
Yeah. No, I mean, but you can keep that roll.
Oh.
Let me just put
yeah.
it in for you. What
Sorry.
was it? No, it's fine now.
Sorry, it was slightly too quick.
I'm excited whenever I get to roll initiative.
Gilwin, you actually didn't appear on initiative for me, so just like roll a new one.
If one of you guys die, I get to be like, told ya! What? Shouldn't have stolen and sold Morton's secrets for no money.
That's like
180 gold
pretty
pieces for
true.
a priceless artifact? God, we got had.
Sorry, Ollie, did you say roll again?
Yeah, roll again. You actually aren't on initiative on my end.
You just have to adjust it to be the correct number.
Do some
You can actually do that, Dean.
Can I?
Yeah, you can adjust yourself to 19. Okay.
Q. That fountain looks like the goblin nipple I have.
What? Excuse me? Boom. Thank you very much for the boom, Midori. Thank you for the boom bits. That's not good. That's not a good sentence.
Boom bits.
Boom bits.
I don't know. I like your boom bits.
The ladies always talk about my boom bits.
Talk
Bet
about
they
the
do.
boom bits. Yeah. I'm down for that. So, Balthilda is slow. If you needed to know, Balthilda is very slow. So immediately this happens. Clearly they set up some kind of petite ambush, right? So they are rushing in. These are all dwarves. They are basically mercenaries. They're like a mercenary band, Thorak. You know of this. So they immediately start rushing in to fight.
Oh dear.
And while we're going, like, Balthilda's like, I knew that we shouldn't have trusted this one. He's the smell of lies about him.
You're gonna play that.
And this one's gonna...
I'm muttering Dwarven loud enough that Caitlin can hear me be like, she thinks I smell like elf.
I like that. I like that one. And then one of them is gonna like get out their crossbow that they had prepared and just at Caitlin, and completely miss. Like that doesn't even hit your chest plate. That's like a completely sails over, and then it's Gilwin Gallagher whipping into action.
Okay.
And of a bearded bastards.
I am going to.
Gallagher.
Let's see. Actually, I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this fella.
Sure. Wisdom save. Alright, he completely fails. So, he runs. He takes the damage, and he'll use his reaction to move as far away as possible from you, which is going to be this way. Well, let's roll the damage first.
Yeah. I don't think I can click to do damage, so shall I just type in?
Type in /roll 3d6. You can also open the whole roll menu thing. However you do it. 7 damage, okay. That clearly, like, you point at him and do whatever you do. He's like, and pales, and he was like kind of chewing on some kind of tobacco or something, and just glues out down onto his beard, and then just immediately rushes away, which means Caitlin gets every opportunity attack on him.
Go Warhammer of Doom.
Yes, Warhammer of Doom.
Warhammer of Doom fails.
You kind of like hit him. It's a glancing hit at best. It doesn't deal any damage. It's like he swings, but this guy does rush into the one with the crossbow, like. It doesn't fall over, but does run in.
And for my bonus action, I will give Caitlin some bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
And I will simply just say, "Go get him, Lady Halen."
Oh. Lady Halen, go get him.
I would
1d6.
smile and nod at Gilwin and move off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am going to cast compelled. This is
Balfilder, yes.
Boss woman.
Balfilder.
I am going to cast Compelled Jewel on her.
Sure. Wisdom saving throw. Great. Guess who doesn't have a good wisdom modifier?
Good.
Actually, her wisdom modifier is fine. Soz. Not great, though. Not great.
Cool. That is a cool spell.
It is a cool spell. She fails. Assuming your spell attack, your spell DC is higher than 10, right?
Yeah. It's like 13.
So,
yeah.
she may on a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by a divine command. It has disadvantage attack rolls other than you. So wisdom. So basically, yeah, it's attacking you.
Yeah.
If you attack another creature,
I can't really do much for my actual action, but I will just yell to the other two generally, protect Layla. She has no part in this.
shing. Like you cast this spell. Feel free to describe it however you do. When you do, this Balfilder woman, she's like just pulses the pistol somewhere on her chest and just draws her proper weapon, and just is like ready.
I imagine like the way I cast it, I like hold out my fist with my warhammer in it, and sort of and look at her. Like meet eyes with her, and there's like a green glow around my hand and my eyes, and it just sort of, you see momentarily a slight flash around her eyes as well, and then she's like focused on me.
Absolutely. Okay, Layla. She will try and do something real quick.
Yeah.
She's gonna say I'm attacking Caitlyn, but that's just because I can do that. I can't. Can I attack the air? No, I have to attack someone. So,
Something with a set AC, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to attack Caitlyn for this because it's way easier. She's doing the same thing. She gets this walking stick out that she's been holding. It's a little too small to be a proper comfortable walking stick, but just lights in fire, goes to do a smackaroni.
A smackaroni. Caitlyn, you can attack.
Oh! She just smacks, and the smack just cracks this guy on the head. His head goes and sets on fire, and it's a very like controlled fire. It never goes below his head, and his head just like starts burning, and he screams for a very short amount of time before just like falling and bubbling and like flinching and jiggling. It's very uncomfortable.
I just out of the corner, I see this out of the corner of my eye, and I just
give me a
raise an
perception check,
eyebrow.
Caitlyn. And
Okay.
Gilwyn, if you want to look too, you can have a perception check. That makes sense. Forak, I imagine you're too focused.
I'm standing right next to her.
Do you want to do a perception check?
Not really.
Good. Caitlyn, you definitely see when she does that, there's glowing coming from behind it, inside her cloak, sort of her back area. It's a very weird spellcasting type thing. And then after that, she actually puts a hand on what you thought maybe was like a pocket, but you can actually tell it's like a very small little pocketbook type thing that's attached to her hip.
I would actually, seeing her do that attack, I would just like raise an eyebrow and mutter, probably in Elvish. I would just mutter, maybe she doesn't need that much protection.
We haven't refluffed the spell yet, but what I'll do is I'll pull out of my satchel a single stone, and I'll hold that stone for a second and focus on it. And then I crush it in my fist, and as it crushes into powder, that powder starts to swirl up and around my body and encase my entire body in a whole layer of stone, making me completely grayer, like a more even tone gray than I've ever been before. Casting a whole new spell you've ever seen me do before. So I cast that spell, encasing myself in this layer of stone, and then I completely ignore the person that's in front of me, and I go and walk away from him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go stand at Caitlyn's back.
All right,
to make sure that she doesn't get flanked.
opportunity on you, but it's
of course
very. I mean, it could hit, but Forak is a strongman, so it's unlikely. What do you like, strongman? I quite like saying strongman. Strongman. I could be doing that all day. Yeah, that is not even like just a.
Ollie, I never cast my spell to make this to do the other part, so my AC is lower.
It's not. It won't hit. It won't
Okay.
hit.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Like I never said, "Oh, I made my AC jump." So, okay, cool. All right.
Just gonna have
So
to
it's a
tell
miss.
me next time. Yep. So you go over there and you cast your Armor of Agathis with your action. That's basically your turn, right?
Yeah, because I'm not using my bonus or anything like
Okay.
that this round.
Balthilda. She casts something, and he's almost similar to the Thorax thing. She kind of holds this hammer up in the air, and stone flies to it, like creates a sharp edge, almost like a pick type thing. And she just kind of like rushes to Caitlin
Elemental weapon.
and goes to swing and has a moi indogo a and she just does this. And Caitlin, you maybe weren't expecting her to whip out a spell and move quite so fast. So this is one of those where maybe you were looking at the spell casting of Layla. She just like, this thing hucks into your side, and the stone does, and as it pulls away, the stone, more stone starts connecting to her weapon, and the stone that's in you just starts spinning, just like whirring.
Ugh.
Altogether, it does 12 points of damage,
Ow.
and then she attacks again. No, she can't. Never mind. I was about to do something. She already used her bonus action, so it's okay. And then she just sort of readies herself. The Dwarfmans. This one. This guy sees the fire being wielded by Layla, and Layla like turns and is holding this thing. And is like, "Argh!" And he's like, "Ugh," and goes to Gilwyn. So Gilwyn.
Oh, he doesn't come attack me?
No.
Oh. Bastard.
Bastard. What a bastard. And that's a hit, a strong hit. He is wielding an axe and just like, and deals 7 points of damage as he just easily like just plunges through your armor, just scratch, cut, scratch, cut.
Shit.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy attacks Thorak. Thorak, what is your AC right now? I doubt it's going to come up, but
Sorry?
well, I doubt it's going to come up. But what is it?
It's an AC of 10 at the moment.
Oh, then that's
With
a
a
hit.
ready, with a 10 minus 2 for my dexterity.
No,
plus
I
2 for
forgot
my
you-
shield
you
is a
might-
10,
yeah.
yeah.
So this is a hit. It deals 5 damage, which is exactly how much temporary HP you have, right?
No, it's not. I have 7.
Oh, is there a modifier?
No, I have 7 temporary HP for my race, and you always use the greater of the two.
I'm an idiot.
So-
So yeah,
Yeah.
Just
So
like-
it doesn't even touch. It doesn't even touch that temp HP.
great.
Yeah.
That is a hit for 5 damage, but again, like you basically shrug it off.
Yep.
Then-
So I ignore the damage, but don't forget. Again, we never refluffed it, but it would deal back 5 points of necrotic damage to the person.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I don't know how you want to
Cold
describe
damage,
it.
isn't it?
Well, it's
Well, it
supposed to be
matters,
cold
but-
damage, but
It's
we
armor of
refluffed
Agathis,
it.
but it would be it was necrotic. So yeah, you
Fair enough.
this guy hits you, and then he's like, imagine he hits you and dust comes up, and he just starts choking him, and he's just on the verge of death, just sort of choking out. Like you can see his eyes, he's just rethinking career choices.
Like
You know?
slapping a seat on a bus.
Grave dust.
Meanwhile, this other dwarf just rushes to go attack at Caitlin. Can't get a flank on because Thorak's there, but still attacks while she's kind of staggered for a moment. Real quick like. But it doesn't hit. That's one of the ones you kind of do manage to shield out of the way or do whatever. That's absolutely fine. And then it whips over to Gilwyn.
Okay. Firstly, I'm just gonna stab this motherfucker with my rapier. This guy right in front
First
of me.
of all, how dare you?
This motherfucker.
This guy, man, this man here. That doesn't hit. It's one of the ones where it's a good stab, but this guy's more focused on attacking you. But it just kind of like your rapier, almost like it's like on his armor.
Can I use luck to keep?
You can
pushing my
lucky that.
rapier?
You can lucky that. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah, 14 is a hit.
Okay, good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
10 damage. Great. This guy's still. You don't kill him instantly, but that's like you just like, and you just yank it again and push through the armor, which is definitely not what he was expecting.
And can I use healing word on Caitlin for my bonus?
Absolutely. Click
Please
away.
do.
Oh, you switched it back to a whatchamacallit instead of the spell card. That's funny.
Yeah, if you change it from spell attack to spell card, it'll do what it's meant to do. But that's fine. 4 points of healing still works.
Well, both of them works, but yeah, 4 points of healing.
Both of them
Because the
works.
spell... It's weird that it jumped back on you.
Yeah. Alright, Caitlin.
Okay. I am just going to take a swing with my warhammer at Lady What's-Her-Face.
Yes, her name is Balthilda. Don't be rude.
One day I might learn it.
I have it written right here.
You never learned him because the only person that met her was Thorak when Thorak wasn't even here. That's,
I wrote it down.
That is not a hit. That is one of the ones where it just barely scrapes off her shield. She just manages to get it in the right moment. Just
I want to use a divine smite. God damn it!
yeah, I know you're a smite knight. The moment you get a hit, she's dead. But for now,
Yeah.
great. I will remind you, you have inspiration.
Oh yes, I do have inspiration, don't I? I completely forgot that. What's that for level 2 bard?
It's 1d6.
1d6. Okay, I am adding that because I think a 17 is going to be damn close.
It's got to be close, hasn't it? It's a hit.
Yay! So
Don't say I never did nothing for you.
thank you. I
know you forgot. That's why I was thinking, like,
inspiration.
no, you would have used inspiration here if you remembered, which is why I reminded you.
Sorry, that was a misclick. I hit the wrong thing there.
I know. You're stupid. It's okay.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Match. Okay, so whatever. I will just add it. Hit there, even though it doesn't really make any difference. 7
big damage.
and then divine smite.
Mm-hmm.
First up. I have this set up as an attack spell. I assume it's going to work. Are you kidding me?
That's like some of the worst damage you could have done. So you she shields. You scrape with the hammer, and with the force of her shielding, you kind of end up swinging her again into her side. As you do, the power of the city you're in empowers your attacks, and she kind of looks a little perturbed by it.
It's like, this is my first time using it. I'm using that as an excuse. And unfortunately, that's all my spell slots used already.
Yeah, I'm spent as well.
Layla just kind of like backs the fuck up. She doesn't really want to be to do with any of this. So, Thorak, use.
Alrighty. So, what I'm going to do... So, she doesn't look that hurt, does she? From
No.
the attack that... Yeah. Okay.
Hurt, but not that hurt.
And
Cool,
sadly,
Constitution,
Caitlin's getting slapped around like a little...
Well, she doesn't look that bad. But then you did see Gilwyn heal her.
Yeah. Not for much, but yes, he did heal. He did heal her.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I will draw my battle axe. Hold on, let me do my timing on this one, because this is only a verbal component. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'll draw my battle axe, calling out some sort of cusses in Dwarven, casting a spell.
Great.
Which lasts for up to a minute. And let's hope this one hits. And so I'm going to use my attack roll.
Great.
Battle axe attack. No. Wah, wah, wah.
It's probably because you raise this up and it crackles and like all the weird Thorak-y shit happens that this guy just kind of manages to go. Whew. All the further of it kind of makes it a little easier to dodge. Clank into the ground. Poor ground. Balthilda.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me check something real quick. I might be, fucking, which spells are concentration, which ones aren't? That's my question. 2 concentration spells. Yeah, she'll keep the one she's using right now. So, Balthilda pulls her arm back and swings at Caitlin again. Just like, sort of a, get out of the way! My beef is with the grey one. And it is with the grey one. If you wanted to be honest about it.
But my pork is with you. I have a little
Fuck
chicken
you.
for the nipple lover.
But whatever, that is crazy hit. Yes, that's a hit for 10 damage. Just another kind of still one-handing it. And then, yeah, she attacks again.
Am I gonna fall again?
Maybe. You are the tank, though, so it's not surprising.
Yeah, it's surprising they carry on hitting me.
But that second one, it's like, oh, get out of my way, and swings again, almost like, whew, and then really quickly moves again, like, you actually see sort of like dust and sand move around her, and you just manage to shield in time that actually chunks of the sharp stone pierce through and nearly like hit you in the face, but you do manage to shield in time. And then we whip round to the bad guy's turn. Let's just put all the shit on Caitlyn at once and have this mook attack at Caitlyn, right? Let's do that. Just get it out of the way. Just gotta get it out of the way.
Please miss.
Oh, it's a close one, but it is a miss. Which is
God.
always exciting. This is my murder song for Ak. This guy would have hit you even if you were armored up. Just smack 6 damage.
Okay, thank y'all. He takes 5 points of necrotic damage, please and thank y'all.
Yeah, he's like, he does it again. He almost doesn't know what's going on. He's like choking, hacking, swings, and then just like flops to the ground.
And that was the first time ever you saw an attack get through Forax, like just sheer like thickness and toughness. And an attack comes through and makes that sickening splat sound as it hits what you know, Gil, when you dead flesh.
The
you know what I mean? So the first time that I actually take damage. Cool.
Yeah. Gilwyn. This guy swings at you, you easily manage to jump out of the way. It's no trouble. And it's your turn.
I'm going to stab this motherfucker again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to move.
No, you move.
Yep.
That's clearly a hit. Yeah, you, Gilwyn, come on, you get to describe your kills.
I will... He's a dwarf, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
I will uppercut my rapier through his nostril, out the top of his head.
Ugh, gross.
Grab the rapier that's come out of his head and pull back towards me.
Cheese wired him.
Yeah, cheese wired.
You do that. That's one of the ones where the blood just sort of fountaining out, and you do actually get covered in blood, and you actually hear Layla say, "You're a fucking monster."
The scariest part about this is you said you uppercutted a rapier through a dwarf's nose. So let's just be clear for a second. A rapier is fuck long, and a dwarf is fuck short, and you're fuck
Gil
tall.
is fuck tall.
So you
yeah.
had to bend
He's like
down
a
and
lunge.
press your hand against the stone ground to do that uppercut. That was like effort, like legit effort. Like,
If he wants to make me go prone to do that, I'm happy
No,
to do it.
it's fine. Do you want to do anything else with your turn, or are you donezo?
beautiful.
Yeah,
You can runs, you can dance, you can play with all the children.
You just can't move diagonally.
No, you can't move
No,
down.
no.
Come on.
You might attract the attention of the guard if you play with all the children. Right?
I'm going
move diagonally.
right up to Caitlyn.
Great.
And I can't do anything with that potion.
No.
For-
The way I run it is bonus action to drink potions to yourself, but it is a full action to give it to someone else. Yeah.
You give us, we can drink potions as bonus actions?
Mm-hmm. It increases the flow of battle. You know?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Give me that back.
I was waiting for it to like half come. I should have said that when you actually gave him the potion to start with, because that's just how I've always done it. And
I would have been like, oh, never mind.
it's one of those ones where I understand why it could be a full action, but I understand both ways, and who cares? Who gives a fuck? Caitlyn then.
The
Your turn.
rules do, Ollie. The rules do.
As one of those ones, I genuinely thought was the real rules. It might just be the weird, fucked up way I learnt the rules, and I was like,
I'm just busting you.
was it? Yeah, I know. Caitlyn, your turn. You are surrounded, but most of them are your friends.
So as a check, lay on hands is a full action on myself, isn't it?
Your spell card should say so, right?
Lay on hands isn't.
You could have
I
made
don't
a spell
really have
card for it.
spell, I just have a thing.
You could have made a spell card for it. Wouldn't that have been convenient for you right now?
That would have been convenient. But
I actually have the player book right now. I can check.
Lay on
Yeah,
hands is a full
I have the
action.
player handbook with
Then
me.
it's a full action. Good.
It is a full action.
As an
yeah.
action, you touch. Yeah.
As an action.
I was just making
You touch.
making doubly sure. There's no point in healing myself for as much damage as she can do back to me then, so I will just yell in response to what she said. I will yell, "You will have to get through me to get to my comrades," and take a swing with the warhammer. And probably miss, but...
And every time we touch, I spend an action.
Oh!
That one rocked off. That's one of those ones, yeah. You say that with the force you hammer down, and it's almost like this is a fight between two people with shields and hammers. It's a very like brutal fight, and it's good. Like this is the kind of thing that you're emotional, but this is the kind of thing you were trained to do. She does shield it, but it's one of those shield and pushed backwards with the force of it.
Yeah, I imagine I push up against her, I immediately bring my shield up against her, push up against her, like glare into her face.
Yeah, face glare. Layla isn't doing anything because she's a non-combatant. Aside from that one guy she just murdered the fuck out of. Thorak!
Describe the fountain adjacent to me, please.
Pretty elven shit.
It is a fountain.
It's really like, yeah, it's a trough of water with some twinkly, sparkly bits. Kind of like a little bit
So
of
I could step in it?
thing. You can step in it, that's absolutely fine. It would be difficult terrain, but that's no trubs.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So long as I can step into it, so I can actually attack this mother effer.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a big deal. Cool. So I'll take the two whatevers and take a step into the fountain. I'll make my attack roll. It is shit. It is
It's kind of awkward. Like you're standing in the fountain, which is for a dwarf is just awkward anyway. It's also like got a tall rim, and there's water kind of pouring on you from the fountain, and this guy is like defending himself. It's a whole thing.
So I'm gonna move into the fountain, which is 2 squares, right? Move into the fountain, attack the guy. When I attack and miss, I'm like, yeah, shit. And then I'll actually climb back out of the fountain, and once again be like prepared to fight from behind Caitlin.
Okay, he will get a swing off from you leaving like that.
No, why?
Because you walked up to him and then left.
Yeah, but
If you stay, if you move back to one of his
am I being thrown off by the fact that it's diagonals again?
Yeah, you can't attack diagonally. So
Then,
if you
then I will not move. I'm
what you
sorry.
could do is
I'm just-
move here.
Usually you can go like this, and it's perfectly.
Yeah,
you can do
yeah.
circles around
It's because of
people.
the way it works. It's just one of those actual dumb things.
Yeah,
about
yeah, no,
diagonals.
that's fine.
Cool.
Then I'll stay there. I thought you could go like this.
No. Alright. Balfilder, the boss lady.
It's probably about to kill me now.
Sorry, that didn't happen.
What's that? A spoiler. Yeah. She just pushes back, swings, and loads of cobblestones and pebbles come up from the ground as she does so. Very Thorak. Thorak would be proud.
Yeah, no, I've been listening to the descriptions, waiting for the moment.
To get your retribution or to copy them like a dirty thief.
You'll see.
And she swings and you just easily shield. So again, she actually attacks again with a bonus action. And this one, she goes to swing at you, and it's about to hit, and you hear her. She actually closes her eyes, and all of you notice as she closes her eyes, and her hand goes, like it like kind of almost the hammer is moving itself and smashes in, and it does just. You could not have dodged that. Maybe your armor could have taken it. You couldn't have dodged that. Altogether, that deals 5 damage to you.
I'm still alive.
And then this guy actually sees Balfilder do this and sort of confident, so he goes back to attacking Thorak. Thorak, do you have your stone back on?
I haven't had the chance to do it. I was hoping to drop this bitch, but apparently I rolled shit the entire session.
Nearly added a circle to that 2-hit, a 0 to that.
Never stopped rolling shit.
All right, this guy doesn't even hit you with your whole thing. It's like he's also a dwarf, so he's like trying to like into the fountain. It's not really working. Gilwyn Gallagher.
I will give Caitlin the potion that Thorak gave to me.
Sweet.
Matt.
Use your like full action to like pour it to her.
Yes.
Okay, it's a
sorry,
very
one second.
weird
It's-
situation going on there, but you do manage to do it. Caitlyn heals 7 HP. It's probably more what's really happening is it's like you just find the right moment to just uncork it and kind of like throw it into her, and she's like clumsily drink it. But you know, immediately the big hole in her side just starts fixing, and then this one that kind of hit her in the shoulder just starts fixing. Very similar to Caitlyn's healing word, sort of the flesh just neatly knitting back together, but not with the greenish glow. It's sort of a gross, milky white.
Yeah, Caitlin, you're gonna be stuck with that taste in your mouth for about 8 or 9 days.
It's not pleasant.
Could I bardic inspiration her again?
Yeah.
I will just say to her, don't fall asleep this time.
Caitlyn, your turn. Remember you have inspiration?
Yeah, I was actually going to use my lay on hands on myself this turn, but hearing Gil, she will just smile grimly to herself and take another swing, and hopefully this time roll decently.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yes. Go Warhammer! Finally some damage.
Oh, that's good. You hammer her. She doesn't fall. It's more sort of similar to you. Like, she does take it. She doesn't take it well. You are not like god tier warriors. Every hit significantly hurts. That's just a struggle and a fall to the knee and a push. And let me just do something real quick.
I'm gonna hammer her, and she's gonna take it.
And that stone on her hammock stays. Great. Layla, fuck Layla. Forak.
Forak is going to, the situation obviously is kind of taking care of itself over there. He's going to reach down into the pool of water that's down here, which I imagine is getting just dirty from him standing in it. He's going to grab a bit of the stone that's beneath there, but in grabbing that stone, he just kind of like takes it into himself, removing like a huge chunk of the stone
The
from
water
the
from the
actual well.
fountain just starts going.
Yeah,
everywhere.
And it's taken into myself, and so there's like a different coloration, everything that comes onto me. And as I do that, I'm going to throw back the hood, revealing like the parts of my face that are stone and everything, and just kind of standing there and staring menacingly at the guy that's in front of me. I can't do anything else because that's my action. But I
Give me an
stand there looking
intimidation roll.
menacing.
I totally allow that on bonus actions, like you're trying to do a thing that's badass. Yeah, this guy just I don't know what we've been dealing with. He's demons. He is, and that's all in Dwarven. Balthy. She's still in a compelled duel. She can't not attack you, more or less. So, she swings at you.
Swing and a miss.
Well, one can dream. One can Dean.
I dreamed of Dean.
You dreamed a Dean of days gone by, and that's a hit.
Like your
8
dainty
damage.
dreams.
Sorry, 8 damage.
8 damage.
Still alive. Just.
And then he's like,
Bonus action.
why won't you go down? Yeah, there you go. The bonus action, the war cleric bonus action.
Ay, Dios mío.
Go down, and just smashing over and over at the shield where the stone is just crunching. Your shield is actually getting shredded. At this, like, it's a lovely metal shield. It's getting crunched, and you're staying there with your 2 HP. Forak, this guy, he's gonna make a morale check real quick. That's right, morale check. And he's like, no, this is just clearly the same magic as our mistress. And goes to swing at old Fori.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. And that's a hit. Glancing
I guess it's
hit.
20 AC.
20.
20, okay.
He actually rolled 20. So, you know,
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
give it to him. That's for 4 damage. It's just kind of like this, and he's getting water pulled over them and sort of struggling a little bit. Because imagine the fountain was kind of tall, so there is actually a flow. And Gilwyn.
I'm going to step to my left.
Yep.
And I'm going to rapier this person.
Alrighty. That is not a hit. You try to do that, and she just kind of like shields it, like, this is between you and me, woman.
Okay, well that's me spent.
Caitlin, you're kind of buckled under the shield.
Okay, if I were to, no, I don't think I would be able to do that. I couldn't drop my Warhammer and shield and draw greatsword and still get an attack, could I?
No, because dropping is free actions and drawing is bonus. So yeah, you would get an attack, I think.
I could
Whatever.
get an attack. Okay,
I
because
allow it.
at this point I'm so
done?
battered and the shield is shredded. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna go like berserker style,
Just like
greatsword and hit her.
Shing. Sweet.
And pray that I
Give
hit.
me a roll.
Because if I don't, I'm dead.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yes. Why do? Because I carry on pressing the flipping.
I mean, that would have been a hit too.
Oh,
Caitlin! Describe.
Flippity flopping kidding me right now.
Describe this
Holy
max damage kill.
Oh my god.
Core. Describe.
Oh my god, I thought I was gonna have to break some secrets here, but Caitlin's just a fucking badass. Okay, cool.
My shield is getting shredded. I'm looking increasingly worse for wear, and you can just see like her eyes. She looked relatively grim, apart from shouting back at her. She looked relatively grim this entire fight. Just like the fire in her eyes lights up, she drops her warhammer and shield to the side, pulls this relatively new greatsword off her back, and in one slice, probably because the woman wasn't expecting it, just slices down straight from like from shoulder to hip, and just like takes a big chunk out of her chest.
Okay,
and just starts a resting greatsword.
Caitlin, do you want her to slice into? With
don't want
that
to
damage, you can slice her into.
I want to slice her into.
You do that, and it just kind of like like stumbles, and with that, the two chunks, like the diagonal, just kind of like flop apart. And what's there, like, the top half is actually, like, kind of twitching. And she's, like, sort of saying something, a dwarven name, and, like... and just falls still. And at that, the other guy, honestly, he literally surrenders. He's like, no, I'm just a mercenary. No, I don't want anything to do with that. And the aftermath of this whole situation will be something we have to deal with next time. So, let us do the post-stream activities. Arvine, what do you do?
I don't do a lot, and because Neil isn't here, I am going to take this opportunity to steal his role of saying Ollie and Dean and Scott are all really awesome people with awesome channels, Twitch, YouTube, the lot. Please check them out, support them, subscribe, etc. They do a lot of amazing stuff, and it's really great to get to play with them on this stream. So thank you to them. If you do want to know more about me or my character, I do have a Twitter. It's displayed. I'm not very interesting, so check these people out
does
instead.
do a journal from the perspective of Caitlin, which will probably be very interesting this week because a lot of time passed. When there's time.
One of these weeks, I will remember to mention that myself rather than Ollie mentioning it.
It's fine, you know, it's a whole thing. And if you want to see that, it is !DnD in chat. Dean, you're down there.
I'm down here.
How goes you?
Well,
Who goes you?
As Ian said very nicely, Dean Cutty anywhere, and you'll find me. I'm in the process of writing a couple of videos. I'm very slow at doing them, unfortunately, though. And if you want to watch me do something, my editing jobs, I work for a guy called Judge Mathis, and he talks about games old and new with sort of comedy twists. So if you want to see me animate stupid words over stupid jokes, then go ahead there. And my girlfriend, actually, Rocky Wookies, who is in another stream with these two chaps, Ollie and Scott, she just uploaded her first video. She's playing The Walking Dead, the Telltale Walking Dead, for the very first time, which is quite bizarre because it's quite an old game now.
Yeah. But
it's
that's got to
quite
be an
nice to see it.
experience, right? I'm actually excited
Yeah.
to watch that.
It's quite nice to see someone with a fresh perspective of that game. So, Rookie Wookiees with 2 E's for the Wookiees if you want to go
It's
over
because
there. and check
Wookiee
that out.
actually has 2 E's, but no
Yeah.
one spells it that way aside from hardcore fans. So you just forget.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yep.
speaking of hardcore fans, Scott, who are you? How do you?
You want to talk about hardcore fans? Dean is the only YouTuber whose videos I've seen every single solitary one of. I'm a hardcore fan for Dean. What can I say? Other than that, Google Delric, you'll find me. I'm totally gonna go check out. Did Rookie's video already go live?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Did it? Oh, I'm gonna go watch that. Like in however long it takes Ollie to stop talking. Ollie, go.
So, I'm Ollie. If you're here, you might know me. If you don't, hey, let's have a chat. I do this stream earlier on in the day at 2 p.m. BST. I am on a Mass Effect stream with Scott when it's on, and it's great. It's really fun.
Hey!
I play an asshole pilot. What? I said it's good.
No. We'll equip it when it's on.
When it's on? Oh, yeah. But it is good. I play a pilot who is just an asshole. And we recently came into a ton of money, which means we're, like, really well equipped. Which means we're going to die really painfully. Then I'm on this stream. If you want to check it out, if you've missed any bits, there are VODs. If you're new, all the VODs are on the YouTube. I try to get them done sometime tomorrow, because I don't do much on Thursdays. On Fridays and Tuesdays, I do art streams, where I paint on commissions for about 3-ish hours, and then I play Escapists afterwards, because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be finishing off a painting of a mermaid later. And then on Sunday, I will be playing... on Friday afternoon, after my art stream, I'm going to Scott's channel again to play Eberron, where I get to play Stalborn, my beautiful baby, my elven necromancer. He is the best character. Not the best character in the show, but like my best character. And then on Sunday I play, I'm playing Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it's actually great. Like,
It looks fucking
that
good.
game is actually really fun. I recommend hanging out for that. So that's me. That's the show. Without anything else, that's it. That's your lot. We're done. Goodbye.
Yeah.